Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's K-Dog. The following is a little war tutorial video that I did for my company right before we went to our second war defense for a lot of the newer people that hadn't ever been in a war before. So you'll find some basic tips on all the strategies and everything we employed and a little bit of just basic knowledge of how things work. Be sure to click that like button if this video helps you out at all. Definitely helps me out. And hit that subscribe button if you guys want to come back for some more New World tips and tricks and content. All right, we're gonna go down onto the point. Woo! All right, for those that were not in the war or in the war, either way, you're gonna kind of go through the basics here. Looking at the map, well, straight ahead of you, for those that didn't see the meme, that's B door. This is B door. It's right there. The reason it's called B door is because the control point outside of the fort. So here, let me back up. In war, whether attacking or if you're attacking, you have to claim 3 points, and then you have to claim the center control point here. This is always here, even during war. If you're defending, obviously exact opposite. You got to keep them from controlling this. It lasts 30 minutes. So if attacking team wins before then, great. Otherwise, defending team has to hold it for 30 minutes. 3 points.
I'm standing on B point,
yeah,
by the way.
Amadi is straight out at where B point is during the war.
Over the wall.
To the left,
Yeah,
that's going to be
Does it make
A.
it to the ground over there?
No. To the left is A door, because A point is going to be over out there. That's the reason they're called A, B, or, if you can guess, this is C door.
D door.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's D.
So this is going to be C door. Obviously, it relates to the points. I was just asking, trying to figure out if there was anything else to be called, and I'm waiting to see between the couple other guild leaders. But so far, all I've kind of got is that we're going off of back left. Well, sorry, back left or back right if you're looking at the front door. Everything is based off of standing here, standing towards the front door, if you're thinking about it, whether attack or defense, because A, B, and C don't flip no matter which side you're on. So think of it that way. So from staring at the front door from inside, back left or back right.
Okay.
One of the things here, follow class.
Follow the leader.
All right, so coming up here, these are where you buy things during the war. There's a point on each side of the gate. There's also 2 token things back there. You'll see that they are the same ones as this one to the right, the armory. So there are 4 armory stations. This is where you buy fire traps, which are useful during ammunition bags for the siege equipment, health pots if you run out, etc, etc, etc. That's where you refill everything here. This to the left is the siege supply. This is where you get kind of repair things to repair the siege equipment or repair the doors. This all pulls from one giant pool. So what that means is for the next defense, and when we get a little more organized, we're going to have a team or 2 teams that swaps between being on the siege equipment and like repairing it and refilling it. Because having 30 different people grab siege supplies means that everybody has 15, and it's a pain in the ass to repair something because you have to wait for 70,000 people to run around, whether it's a door or whatever. So there will be assigned people to be on like repair engineering duty, and like a team of people to kind of keep everything standing and restock. You buy the ammo for siege equipment at the armory, and we'll sort that out when we go to war, but that's where all that is. Like I said, traps are huge and can be bought here at the armory. Also explosive barrels. So my idea, looking at a lot of things, explosive keg barrels are great for anti-siege. If I had an idea, if you are on like a flex team, if you're running like, which is normally going to be your hatchet, your spear, your rapier people, those are going to be like your flex, like fast rotate around, just high DPS teams. I would say you buy and take around a powder keg with you, because you can equip it just like in your utility bar, just like a potion. And if you place it next to an enemy siege thing and light it, it will blow up and go boom and do lots of damage to their siege equipment. So I think that would be a good thing for the flex team to have when they're running around.
Blowing shit up.
Yeah, they're running around and yeah, just doing their thing, killing people and blowing shit up because they're gonna be flexing a lot through the woods and just running around speedy and fucking shit up. Inferno traps are the same way, where you just kind of use them, you put them on your hotbar, same kind of idea. When doors go down, when it's on the siege point, you use that siege stuff, like I said, to repair them, so you have to be close enough, and it takes time to repair them if they're all the way down, so you have to have cover, you know, while you're repairing those doors to put them back up.
Ooh, we can throw molten metal on players?
Yeah, so there is all the different siege weapons here.
Oil.
I can actually, I think, yeah, we can, now the consulars outside of battle, I'm actually going to take some time to do this and let you guys keep running around, but we're going to rearrange what all is here defense structure-wise. So this is all your siege equipment. There will be different stuff around. Main thing is by doors and all that, you want, you know, the burning oil vat for the most part. Over, like, most of the doors or near most of the doors.
Cannons you want overlooking points, repeaters you want everywhere else.
Yeah, so cannons, explosive cannons, they're not explosive turrets. They are not like direct fire cannons. They're kind of like an AoE thing. They make things go, you know, big explosion. You pretty much just shoot them at the control points to help push them out. Repeaters are anti-infantry. Cannons are like control point, and then there's going to be ballistas as well around, which are kind of anti-siege weapon, just giant spears that do a shit ton of damage to enemy siege equipment if you're on them. If you're on defense, once these turrets go down, they are down. So that's why having a team going around and refilling ammo and repairing turrets is essential, because yeah, if the attacking team destroys them, you're SOL for the rest of the war. Depending the number of places that you can put turrets and all that is depending on how much you level up your fort. That's why we were leveling that up. I think it's max now. I might have actually I upgraded repeaters, so there'll be a couple more spots I think to put things if I level it up one more time tonight. But it kind of gives you an idea of just where they are for if you are on that repeater team. And that, like I said, that's where being lower level isn't bad, because if you just hop on a repeater, it doesn't matter what level you are, you just fucking use the repeater and machine gun nest people down. Teams, obviously it's a 50v50 is war. Teams will most likely be comprised of, like I said, like siege people if we're on defense, siege cannon people, etc, etc. Even on offense you'll have that somewhat, people that are carrying siege stuff. Going through the couple things that Binti and I talked about and that he was posting, you'll have teams like on attack. The way that they were doing it is some groups will be like buying the flame barrels and explosive cannon siege equipment, and then other people, a lot of people will be buying explosives and speed elixirs. Speed elixirs are huge on offense. You don't get those on defense. They are very strong to help you get back on a point. Once a point is claimed, you can use it as a shop as well if you're on attack, pushing in. So you don't have to go back. So that's their camp over there. That war camp thing, that's where attack starts. So if we're on attack, once we claim a point, you can use your battle tokens to buy more speed elixirs, which are huge.
Look at my face.
I don't know where your face is. The similar thing that we have on defense is called, it's a war horn, which I'm gonna put
Your
one or two up,
face.
and that gives us a huge health recovery and speed boost as well. So that's kind of our version, and it's just a constant buff thing. Yeah, so you earn tokens just by kind of like killing people and helping claim points and that during it. So that's why I said the siege people will be probably swapping in and out, so that way they can keep buying things and earning tokens. And yeah, that's kind of about it. Constitution is huge. If you are a Great Axe or Warhammer person that's going to be frontlining, or especially like the, you know, Sword and Shield people, speccing straight Constitution is most likely better than speccing into strength because it allows you to survive, your healers to heal you, and just hold on to point and dish out damage longer than they can, and they're not able to kill you. So that's how Parrots have been winning, is they have been speccing straight Constitution and just swarming sites, and they can't kill them to get them off of it. If you're DPS, obviously that's different. You'll be on like flank team, and most of the time groups will be put together by their weapon. So saber and hatchets will kind of be together because, you know, they're the high DPS people, but then great axes, hammers, etc., etc., will be grouped up for like different calls and different things. Normally you have teams kind of split on every point at the beginning if you're defending, and then you just kind of rotate as necessary, especially that flex team.
That was some mana food behind you that I dropped.
Yeah.
If you're hatchet, musket, like a mix of both.
So if there's going to be a team probably of, you know, 5 if you're defending on the fort, or if you're attacking, if you're a musket user and you have that high leveled up, you're going to be in a group with other musket users, and your job is most likely going to be majority of the time sniping the people, backliners, the healers, and the people off the siege turrets. So you're going to be up here on the ramparts and knocking those guys off the siege turrets, so that way your frontliners can get in there. Since if you are rocking hatchet as well, it just really depends what that war is like and what's needed. You know, if they need more people on flank, you know, and that'll be decided when you pick groups and organize who's all going or whatever, where you're going to be. I think at the beginning, you know, having 10 to 15 people on the fort between siege, weapons, and muskets is good, and then having everybody else out on the field is ideally the best way to do it and cover it all.
Where are we going?
Yeah, that's kind of about it. Any other kind of questions without actually, you know, doing it? I think I covered about everything that is needed to know for basics.
I think the rest of it is mostly gonna be like learn as you
Yeah,
go.
just doing it. Yeah. So
What does the term break the siege mean?
So
Break siege equipment.
yeah,
Like, get out there and destroy their siege equipment.
yeah,
Like they're fucking cannons?
yeah. They're cannons and things like that. So we'll have the certain, we'll have anti-siege equipment, or if like your flame wielders, your high damage people, your AoE, because since it sits in one place, they can only put it in one spot.
I could like rain some
So-
poison and some arrows on
Exactly,
them.
yeah,
so
and you
like that?
destroy the
Okay.
siege equipment. So
The best way to destroy the siege equipment is you have the AoE ability thrown down to keep the enemies off of it, and
Yeah.
then you just send your melee DPS, your rapiers and your hatchets, down to light up barrels.
yeah, exactly. That's
and
what I'm
just
saying.
attack
That's their job, is, you know, they're flanking around and doing that. Flanks are huge in war, so one of the things, unless you are not okay with it, but I highly suggest keeping zoomed all the way out if you're down there, or even up top, so that way you can kind of keep an eye on what's going on around you. Because if you get flanked by 5 guys all of a sudden and nobody calls it, like, that could sacrifice a site. So
5 guys.
Where-
Yeah.
and fries.
Yeah.
Where does their siege equipment go?
So they buy it from there. They can move it. So when you're on attack, you can buy it and set it up. It takes time to set up, but that's one of the things that they buy with their war tokens, and they can move it. So like when we were defending this the other day, they bought their siege equipment, and actually towards the end, they had turrets set up literally like right outside our doors that we had to stay out of the line of fire from.